This talk by Jonathan Zittrain talks about the difference between sterile and generative technologies. An example of sterile technologies include the iPhone, whereas generative technology is a personal computer, and AOL or CompuServe are all sterile internet applications, whereas the World Wide Web is a generative technology. And this was really timely considering the recent launch of the iPad, Apple's iPad. This just basically furthers the use of sterile technologies within Apple's company. This has been a very common thread in a lot of Apple products, is the idea of they kind of control what you can see and what you can do with their products. And some people really like this. I think it's easy, and you don't have to worry about viruses, or you don't have to worry about what you can and can't do on this thing. It's basically laid out for you, and it's easy, and that's, I think, why a lot of people really like Apple products. And a lot of people who aren't really familiar with computers, who aren't really kind of well versed in what to do in certain situations with computers, they just would rather sit back and let Big Brother kind of take care of them in a way. And because of the openness of the internet, anything can be traded, including viruses or Trojans. And this is because the internet doesn't really care about what information is being passed along, whether it's a executable program or whether it's just kind of data. And Zittrain sees two options basically in terms of this. He sees either moving more towards sterile internet environment, where the government kind of moves in and starts monitoring and controlling what is available and what can be passed through the internet, or a more kind of community-driven approach that basically he thinks would hopefully change the mores of the culture and mores of the internet, to kind of make sure that the information that people who do bad things are no longer allowed to do those things, or are shunned in a way. This is kind of somewhat similar to what Solov was talking about, kind of his dual approach with using the laws and including community-driven. I think that Zittrain would disagree with Solov's conclusion about using government. I think Zittrain really would rather have government out of it as much as possible. But I think that this does require kind of a more overarching look at it. I think that the culture, because of the anonymity of the internet, we can't really get these mores to change. Until we find a way of removing that anonymity in such a way that people who are acting incorrectly online can be held accountable, there's really nothing we can do to stop them from doing that.